Welcome to AI Paper Drop. I'm Alex.
And I'm Maya. Imagine an AI that can perfectly see its goal and predict the future, but believes the best way to reach its destination is to walk in the opposite direction.
Wait, that sounds like it is just broken. Why would it do that?
Because its internal math is telling it that the farther away it moves, the closer it actually is.
Okay, that is a terrifying way to design a robot.
Exactly. And the crazy part is, this is actually how some of our most advanced world models have been operating under the hood.
Let's back up. When we talk about world models, we're talking about AI that tries to simulate reality, right? Like a mental map where it can imagine, if I do this, then that happens.
Right. The gold standard for these models is their ability to plan. If I tell the AI to go to a room on the other side of a building, it should be able to imagine a path and then execute it.
But we have seen these models fail. They start off great, but as the goal gets farther away, they just stop working. They get lost. I always assumed that was because their imagination was getting blurry.
That is exactly what everyone thought. For years, the industry assumption was that the predictor is the bottleneck. The idea was that after 20 or 30 steps of imagining the future, the AI's internal image of the world becomes a smudge, so it cannot plan any further.
Which makes sense. If you're dreaming about a walk through a city, after a while, you might forget which street you turn on.
Right. So researchers spent massive amounts of compute and data trying to make the predictions more precise. They were trying to sharpen the image. But this paper argues that we were treating the symptom, not the disease.
So if the imagination is not the problem, what is?
The problem is the ruler, the objective function.
The ruler? Explain that to me.
Okay, so imagine you are trying to find a hidden treasure. Your world model is actually doing a great job of predicting where the treasure is. But to decide which way to move, the AI uses a scoring system to see if it is getting closer.
Like a hot or cold game.
Exactly. Now, imagine if the person telling you hot or cold was using a broken thermometer. As you get closer, they say you are getting warmer. But once you get really close, the thermometer flips. Suddenly, they start telling you that you are getting colder as you approach the treasure and warmer as you walk away from it.
I would just walk in circles forever.
That is what was happening here. The AI was using something called squared latent distance. In simple terms, it was measuring the distance between its current state and the goal in its internal mathematical space.
Which sounds like a perfectly normal way to measure distance.
In a perfect world, yes. But in this latent space, the ruler starts to warp. The researchers found that this distance metric tracks well for a while, but then it saturates. Once the goal is far enough away, the math actually flips. Moving away from the goal actually lowers the cost.
So the AI isn't blind. It can see the goal. It is just being told by its own reward system that the best way to get there is to leave.
Exactly. The information is all there. The researchers proved this by using a probe, which is like a diagnostic tool, and they found the AI actually knew its exact position with incredible accuracy, even when it was failing to plan.
That is wild. So how do you fix a broken ruler without retraining the whole brain?
They replaced the physical ruler with a temporal one. Instead of asking, how far is the goal in a straight line, they asked, how many steps does it take to reach the goal?
Reachability versus proximity.
Exactly. Think about a wall. If you are standing 1 inch away from a goal, but there is a thick concrete wall between you, the physical distance is tiny. But the reachability distance is huge because you have to walk all the way around the building to get there.
And the old system was just trying to walk through the wall because it looked shorter on the map.
Precisely.
So, did this actually work in practice? Or is this just a theoretical fix?
The results were actually staggering. They took an existing model and just swapped the objective function.
No retraining.
No new data. No extra GPU power. Just a change in the math of how it scores its progress.
And?
For goals that were far away, the success rate jumped from 26% to 98%.
Wait, 26 to 98? Just by changing the ruler?
Just by changing the ruler. It completely eliminated the problem where the AI would fail as the horizon got longer.
That feels like a cheat code. If it is that simple, why did it take so long to notice?
Because of the accuracy paradox. The researchers found that the models that were the most precise at predicting the very next frame of a video were actually the worst at planning.
Hold on. You were saying that being a better predictor makes you a worse planner?
In this case, yes, because those models were obsessed with pixel-perfect precision. They were great at saying, "This pixel will turn blue," but they lacked the geometric understanding of the environment. They did not understand reachability.
It is like the difference between someone who can memorize a map perfectly but has no sense of direction versus someone who just knows that to get to the kitchen, you have to go around the couch.
That is a perfect analogy. The model that understood the couch won every time.
This really changes how I think about AI training. We always hear about needing more data, bigger clusters, more parameters, but this is just better logic.
It is a huge wake-up call. It shows that we can have a system that is a world-class predictor, but a terrible planner if its rewards are misaligned with physical reality.
So what does this mean for the future? Are we going to see a shift away from just maximizing prediction accuracy?
It should. It suggests that the bottleneck for AI intelligence might not be how much it knows, but how it defines success. If we keep optimizing for the wrong metric, we are just building faster cars with broken steering wheels.
I love that. It means the answer is not always more compute, but better philosophy.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, knowing exactly where a goal is located matters far less than knowing how to actually reach it. If you are enjoying this, follow or subscribe to AI Paper Drop wherever you listen. It really helps, and we have a new episode every day.
Paper by Joyjeet Singh, produced by AI Paper Drop.